Hey everyone, hope you're doing great. And welcome everyone for today's monthly updates where we talk about all the new features that we have rolled out in the last month. So we're going to talk about some of the features that we have rolled out in the month of February. We're going to start with, okay, perfect. So the first
Yeah.
small improvement that we have done is with the duplicate entries review point. So now when we go to, let's just say any month end close, and when you see duplicate entries review point, by default, what happens is that whatever month that you are reviewing it, it is only going to show the duplicate entries just for that month. But now we have introduced a feature where inside the config, when you enable always show YTD, what this would do is that it would actually then also display the year-to-date transactions. So in this case, it will start showing me transactions from January to July. This particular feature was already available for some of the other review points. For example, entries without name. So if I go here, entries without name. So that feature was already available for other review points. It's just that for duplicate entries, it wasn't there. So we have now made it available. So if you guys are, even though you guys are doing month end close, but if you still want to look at the year to date transactions, that option, like once you enable that, it will actually pull the transactions accordingly. All right. So that's one update that we have done it. The second update that we have done is that let's just say if you have a person who is leaving the company and you wanted to quickly assign the task of that person to someone else, you can now do it very quickly. All you could do, just make sure that you are at the firm level, and then inside the task module, just select all the tasks. And then from this bulk panel, simply click on transfer. You select the assignee. So let's just say I wanted to transfer all my tasks from Harry to, let's just say, Sandeep. And then you click on transfer. So that way you don't have to go into every single client and then you have to do it manually. Using this feature, you would be able to quickly do that. Okay. So that's that. The third update that we have done is that we introduce, let me actually go to my account. And then inside my account, now for the two-factor authentication, previously we only had one option, which was email. But now we have authenticator app. So the problem was that at times, like for whatever reasons, if you're not receiving that one-time passcode through email, you were not able to log in it, right? And because of that, you were kind of getting stuck. But now when you enable that authenticator app, so you can, like, there's a instructions, like when you enable that, there's an instruction, you just have to download that authenticator app. So now, along with receiving the OTP on your email, you would also get the OTP on your authenticator app, and then it will let you log in as well. So it's like we just added one more method for two-factor authentication. The other thing that we have done is that uh, we kind of change the way how you were creating the task review point and GL reconciliation. So let me take you inside one of the client, and let's just say I'm into this monthly close. Now when you go to new and you click on task, previously those who are familiar with the experience, we used to have three tab here, like one for task, second for review point, and third for GL rec. Now what we have done, we have just combined the experience. All you just have to do, just start typing in. So let's just say I wanted to just simply add the task to record depreciation entry. So you just type in record depreciation entry. Okay. And all you do, just simply click on task, and that is how you create it. Now, let's just say you wanted to find some review point. Here we have a review point library from which you can also select the review point directly from here. Just like that, if you wanted to add a GL reconciliation, just start typing in. Like, let's just say you wanted to add something for prepaid expenses. So you now click on prepaid expenses. So rather than you having to navigate to those different tabs, you would just be able to do it from here itself. Now, as you guys know that we also have a feature where you could actually create a custom review point. Here is how you can do it. So all you could do, let's just say you wanted to create a custom review point for all the bills more than $10,000, but missing the attachment. You just start typing in bills more than 10K, missing attachment. Now, as you type in, you'll also see like custom review point here. Just simply click on that, start, just choose your parameter, and that is how you should be able to create the custom review point. So in nutshell, there is nothing like a new feature as such. It's more of a change of experience of creating a task that we have done it. Those of you who are using our 1099 module, as you guys know that in 2026, the limit has been updated. So that's something we have also updated it here. Okay. And the last one, let me just make sure that I'm not missing out anything here. And the last one, which is a bigger one, is that we have now introduced a new review. In fact, it's not a new review point, but we have enhanced that existing review point, which is the clearing accounts review. So with the clearing accounts review, previously you guys were only able to add the asset account, like the merchant accounts. But now we have added this feature where in case if you have any such clearing account on your liability side, you can also add here. So it works exactly the same way. Now, those of you who are not familiar with how exactly this clearing accounts like review automation works, I'll kind of quickly explain. So I'll give an example of this payroll clearing. In payroll clearing account, what happens where you have your liabilities getting recorded on credit side, and then you have payments recorded on debit side. And generally these payments and the liabilities entries are offsetting. Now, all you want to find out is that your ending balance ideally should consist of the last few days of the transactions. But it's not always the case. So what you end up doing is that you export the ledger into Excel file, you kind of then do VLOOKUP. So you would not have to do any of it. Here is what Xenett does. First of all, it pulls the ending ledger balance. Out of that, it first of all identifies that, okay, which are the transactions that are getting offset in next period. So out of this 53, when you click here, you already know that you got these two entries which are getting offsetting into the next period, which means that these two entries are definitely contributing to this ending balance. However, there are some more transactions which are actually causing a difference. So when you click on it, this is where you clearly see those transactions which are causing the difference, right? So what happens is that behind the scene, Xenett has scanned the entire ledger for last 12 months. Out of that, when you click on view match, it will exactly show you that, okay, all those transactions which are completely matching, Xenett has highlighted in green. That means you don't have to worry about them, right? So all it has done is like it has easily filtered out the transactions that are already matching. So you don't have to worry about it. It has then further filtered out the transactions which are getting offset in the next period. So again, you don't have to worry about it, because this is more for your information. And then the third thing, which is very much important, is okay, what are those other transactions which are still causing a difference, right? So technically, this is all you have to focus on, and then you have to take appropriate action, right? So that's the automation that we have done it. Okay. So that's pretty much it, guys, that we've kind of rolled out in the month of February. Side by side, we have also been working very much hard on enhancing our client portal functionalities, which we will be releasing in about 3 weeks from now. So that's one update. The other major development which is going on our end is the email integration. So we've kind of done quite a good progress in integrating the email. With that, you guys would be able to sync your Gmail, Outlook inside Xenett. And once those emails are synced, you would be able to then create a task from email. You could assign that email to your colleague. You can even, like when you are inside the client, you can clearly filter those emails as well as from that client as well, right? There are quite a few things which are in progress, but for now, this is what the update from our end. So Now I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. Would love to know. I mean, in case if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. You guys can leave in the chat, and we'll kind of answer it. If you guys have not started using any of our features, where like prepaid expenses, merchant clearing, or intercompany, the missing entries, those features are really great. Some of our customers have already started using it, and they really kind of been getting a lot of efficiency from those automations. So if you guys have not given a try, I would highly recommend that you guys give a try and see how it works out. um Christian, I mean, that's something we definitely are expecting somewhere in mid-April. So it's few more weeks that you'll have to wait, but that's gonna be really great integration. So right now, manual, lot of these features that we are rolling out for client portal are majorly focused on like improving the backend thing. However, there are quite a few other things that I would like to talk about, but it's not something that we will be rolling out in April itself, but will be somewhere end of April. For example, at the client level, right now we only have a feature where you could actually like create questions, but now we're gonna be allowing you to guys like create the task and assign it to the client. Then some sort of broadcast, like let's just say you have 50 clients and you have some holidays coming up, or you have some sort of announcement that you want to do, that will also allow you to kind of like, do some sort of broadcasting as well. Then also a client chat feature. So quite a few enhancements are in pipeline. Christian, we do not have any plans for update permission, but if you can give me some suggestions, I would love to hear them. Maybe you can send me an email, because as we are building this, I do understand that it makes sense. So if you can send us some information about what sort of permission settings that you would want in Xenett, would love to look into that. Would also love a way to only send email to certain client users. Yes, you're right, Christian. I think we will also make it happen. We already have that thing with us, so we'll certainly plan that with other improvements as well.